So I'm going to be fast here because I only have 10 minutes to do my screencast. First of all, as you see, Artemisia Gentileschi made several versions of beheading Holofernes. So it's very important in your essay that you show me, you share the image that you used. So first of all, let's look at color. In terms of color, we have crimson red, varied ochre yellows, varied beige, eggshell. Overall, we have a warm color scheme with highlights of white here, there. Okay. In terms of texture, we have a lot more than what you shared with me. So first of all, we have the plush velvet that is warm and soft. We have the light muslin of the headdress and the trimmings of the undergarments right here. The sheet is a little bit rough, and even rougher is the sheet covering the bed. Most importantly, we have the cold metal, shiny metal here that's pressing a little bit against the pliable, soft skin of the person who's going to bleed to death. Also, what we have is that this is a very hairy man, and his hair, and imagine how that must have felt for Judith, are bursting out of her hands. And this hairy man, this is echoed in a trims right here of the drapery that goes down. In terms of space, we're up close and personal. It's almost as if she was cropped, but she is not. He is. So we're really close to the action. The space is organized in basically thirds, with not much here, a lot of action here, and a little bit quieter here. Unity is achieved through different things through the chiaroscuro treatment that is consistent of the drapery, the people, the warm colors, and also through, of course, the pinwheel composition because we have triangles that are wedged against one another. From calendar. Oops. Street sweep. Okay, hang on just a sec. Okay, so what else? The unity is also organized through negative space. The black here, there's a negative space. And negative space hugs well every participant in the action and kind of presses down like this, presses down against the action, giving another sense of gravity. The balance pretty much is organized through the central axis that is the hand and the continuation of the sword here, with a little bit more weight here than here, but overall it's quite balanced. And so all the action is concentrated around that one axis here. And emphasis focal point. Well, the focal point is the point of decapitation. Boom, right here. Okay. However, because our eyes are hardwired to look for three main things: movement, because at heart we're prey, and there are predators around. Contrast and faces. Okay, so that we're hardwired to do that. So we pay a lot of attention to his face, but then we have enormous contrast here. So we are literally funneled between our arms and we go to look at her face, which is a secondary focal point. And this is significant because we have a tension between them two. There is a relationship of sorts. Okay. Rhythm. Well, let's talk about pattern. Pattern is basically non-existent. We could, argue the bracelet and the trim, but it's not significant. So why argue? The rhythm. There's definitely a rhythm, and the rhythm again is orchestrated with the pinwheel and around the central axis here. And at the risk of being ridiculed, I will demonstrate. We have chack, 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 boom, chack, chack. Okay, so this rhythm gives us a sense of the physical impact of the decapitation, the thrust downward, and that is important. Now, the movement that is orchestrated throughout the piece is we have a quite a bit of movement, but at the same time, it's not chaotic. It's again very organized around the pinwheel right here, and they're not quite frozen in space. They're not stiff and frozen, but it's almost like stopped movement. And so we know here that she's twisting her hand in a way, and the next second, she's probably going to wiggle the sword to really decapitate him well. So it's almost as if we were in a situation of slow motion. Okay, so it's like the time slows down and the movement slows down in this high impact situation. So I hope that my description helps you go further as well. Okay, you take care.